Margaret Carncarla. Can I welcome and commend Senator Eileen Flynn and Deputy O'Keefe and all the committee for this important work. I'm delighted to get a chance to talk about this report on the key issues facing the traveller community. Can I just quickly commend all those who work on the Blanchardstown Traveller Development Project who are on the ground working with vulnerable families and individuals, providing food parcels and PPE and support throughout the COVID. Just before COVID, Councillor Breda Hanley and I, along with Colette from the Blanchardstown Traveller Development Group, went around and visited as many of the traveller sites that we had in Dublin 15, the Dublin West area. And to be honest with you, I challenge any minister to visit these sites and see the conditions that they live in. Appalling is an understatement. Temporary for a traveller community is 20 years or more. I'm going to focus on one site that I visited, St Bridget's Lawn, which is about 10 minutes away from my house. There's a litany of issues, both emergency, health and safety issues, among other long-term issues. St Bridget's Lawn is on Porterstown Road in Clonsilla. It's 30 years since they were moved from Grove Road in Blanchardstown, ironically the site now of the head offices of Fingal County Council. Following long and difficult negotiations, a limited number of issues have been addressed. However, some, like the day units, are nothing short of a disgrace. The overcrowding on this site was Carrick Mines waiting to happen. Now, these families live in St Bridget's Lawn in the Kellystown LEP, where in the next number of years there will be 1,000 new houses and apartments, schools, community facilities and sports facilities. I tried to use the LAP and Councillor Hanley tried to use the County Development Plan to ensure that when Kellystown was being developed, the existing extended family currently living in St Bridget's Lawn, who were exceptionally well integrated into the community, were given the opportunity to continue to rear their families in their home area. How many extra bays will be allocated to St Bridget's Lawn? One. The size of a couple of car spaces in a 1,000+ development. I'd also like to address the issue of educational attainment in the traveller community. I've seen over the years working in the school completion programme and youth reach the desire for so many from the traveller community to stay in education, but the hurdles that they faced were absolutely immense. One of the cruelest cuts, and it still gets to me, during the austerity years was the complete removal of every single visiting teacher for travellers. The whole scheme was completely abandoned. Along with other measures like the 37% cut in school completion programme, of which I was part of, it had an absolutely devastating impact on travellers' involvement in education. It again showed how quickly the travelling community are kicked aside. I'd like to endorse the call for a national traveller mental health strategy. The figures for suicide amongst travellers, the travelling community, is just absolutely beyond comprehension. 56 of travellers reported poor physical and mental health as opposed to 24% of the rest of the population. 67 and 59% of men and women reported that their mental health was not good for one or more days in the past 30 days. So look, it's clear that this report comes at a very important time, but it's just another of a litany of reports. And what I would finish in saying is that the most important words that we need to hear into the future in relation to this report is implementation by 84. Thank you.